Hi, Assalamu alaikum. In this video, we will learn about how depression can lead to weak your body, weak your muscle, weak your bone. It means your overall body will lead to weak, and that weakness will lead to irritability and inability to do work, and you will feel very sad, and you feel that I am unable to work hard. So what is the major reason of that anxiety and stress, and how it can weak our body? So let's begin to understand. So whenever you will get the anxiety and depression attack due to the sudden causes, sudden attack of the anxiety and depression due to the sudden stimulus like job problem, jobless, study, education problem, and on the other hand a lot more things, which that is the external stimulus occur in the environment will lead to stimulate your brain and understand, and then you will understand that problem you will lead to enhance the sympathetic nervous system while the parasympathetic nervous system decrease. So that is why your stomach will not work properly, your peristaltic movement will be not work properly. On the other hand, you will not relax, your rest and digest will inhibit, while the fight and flight response will be more, and that fight and flight response will lead to sympathetic nervous system, which that is the destruction, produce adrenaline, stimulate the adrenal gland to produce the epinephrine, and this epinephrine will lead to increase the glucose level in your blood, and that will lead to cause the type 2 diabetes mellitus in later on. But remember that things, the higher level of the glucose rather than the normal level of the glucose in your blood, which that will lead to cause the many problems like arteriosclerosis and type 2 diabetes mellitus and a lot more things. And remember that thing, that your glycogen store in your muscle will deplete, and that depletion of the glycogen going to the glucose level increase when going to the blood circulatory system. It means the liver, your muscle will not store the glycogen. It means your muscle will weak, because the glycogen is important source for the energy. The primary source of the energy is the glycogen, which that when convert into the glucose in your body, so that will lead to a use, and that glucose will use for the movement of the muscle, the contraction and relaxation of the muscle. That is why the muscle will be loose due to the again protein use. When the depression due to the sympathetic nervous system, adrenaline will increase. So the sympathetic nervous system is a major cause due to the anxiety and stress stimulation, and in this way the basically your blood glucose level will high, and that metabolism will increase, so the catabolism will increase. But remember that thing, that cells which that require too much glucose like brain, so in this way the insulin which that increase, spike the insulin due to the response of the glucose level high, so that pancreas produce enough glucose from the beta cell of pancreas. The islet of Langerhans produce more and more insulin, so the islet of Langerhans will enhance more, and in this way exhaustion will occur. So the weakness of the islet of Langerhans will occur. In this way the glucagon will basically already increase, but the insulin later on which that increase, and in this way the glycogen depletion, and on the other hand the insulin is increase more and more, but the for the specific organs, but the glucagon mostly increase more, but insulin later on increase, and that will lead to cause type 2 diabetes mellitus, because the exhausting of the beta cell of pancreas. So remember that thing. But glucagon and the epinephrine, which that is a stress hormone, basically increase like epinephrine, glucocorticoid, and other hormone. And let's understand about that. When a stress hormone will increase in your body due to the sympathetic nervous system stimulation after the anxiety and stress, growth hormone ultimately decrease. Why? Because the glucose is using continuously. But remember that thing, the fat is not using properly, and in this way you are not going to the fasting even, then it can work. The growth hormone will decrease due to the not fasting. If you go into the fasting, so the stress and anxiety ultimately decrease because the growth hormone increase due to the insulin suppression. So when you will go into the fasting after the stress and anxiety, you will feel very cool due to the lipolysis will occur, will produce free fatty acid, and the insulin suppress while the growth hormone increase, and that growth hormone is important for the glycogenesis and proteogenesis in your muscle. So remember that thing, because when you will eat, so the insulin level will be spiked, but the sympathetic nervous system also trigger the glucose level higher, and later on the insulin will produce without fasting or without any without eating. So the fasting basically suppress the insulin level. Remember that thing. So the fasting is important for decreasing the anxiety and stress. So but we are just understanding about what happened and how your body will weak due to that stress and depression. So number one thing is that your muscle will break down, your bone density will decrease because the continuously urination more increase will lead to loss of calcium and potassium. You need more calcium, more phosphate, so you should also break down of the bones, so that breakdown of the bone will lead to lose their density, and in this way cause many problems. On the other hand, the growth hormone will not spike when you will go into the anxiety because the glucose level will high and the ultimately insulin level will high, and in this way the stress and sympathetic nervous system activation will suppress the growth hormone. In this way your bone density, your muscle, your brain development will decrease. It means that your brain will not work properly, and the stress and anxiety will lead to go into the more weak body. So remember, this is the reason. And number two thing is that your brain, which that is basically damaged, your brain neurogenesis and neuroplasticity will decrease. So due to the stress, a lot of the complication will occur, like the epilepsy can be occur. On the other hand, the nervous psychoactive psychoactive disease like psychosis and Alzheimer disease. On the other hand, a lot more other disease can occur, like multiple sclerosis, and a lot more disease due to the stress and anxiety. So stress and anxiety overall your body basically break. It means the catabolism will enhance, so your body will weak due to the sympathetic nervous system activation, fight and flight response. In summarization, the sympathetic nervous system increase, parasympathetic nervous system decrease. So the sympathetic nervous system is required for the breakdown of the, so your muscle and you get the energy more, so the glucose level will high, while the parasympathetic nervous system will suppress. While the parasympathetic nervous system is important for the digestion, rest and sleep, on the other hand the growth and development of your brain, your bone, your muscle, so the ultimately the parasympathetic nervous system will suppress. In this way your sympathetic nervous system enhance, and in this way your body will break, your body will lose everything. So remember that thing. In this video we have discussed about the anxiety and depression causes and how your body can weak due to the anxiety and stress. I hope it makes sense about that. If you like my video, please make sure to subscribe, like and share. See you in the next video. For this one, bye.